Hi everyone. I'm going to teach you today a really amazing trick. This is for either vegans or people who are dairy free because they have allergies. There's a time in everyone's life when they need to make Parmesan. I live for Parmesan. So here's what's going to happen. I spent the morning baking the eggplant. The sauce was made because we have had all of the tomato starch come in. I do not go to the store and buy vegan cheese. I soak a cup of cashews, and this will be real quick, and then we'll put it up on the screen. Don't follow me. Don't follow me. I haven't cleaned up this kitchen enough for this. I'm trapped here between the giant pigs crate for evening and the small dogs crate. 1 cup of cashews that have been soaked for just a little bit. And then you're going to take 1 cup of yogurt. Vegan yogurt is what I use. I make my own. Okay. Which is a whole other video. It's not happening today. Alright, and then we're going to do 1/2 cup of, do not get the, don't get unrefined. You want refined coconut oil, otherwise it's going to taste, it doesn't matter what brand. Unrefined coconut oil tastes like coconut. You don't need your Parmesan to taste like coconut. Hang on, I'm coming right back. This is going to be 1/2 cup of water. There we go. I almost got that in there. Now, here's the thing. It doesn't have to be all that exact. This is agar, A-G-A-R, and they say it twice, agar. If anybody knows why it has to be agar, and not just agar, can you just send me a little note and explain it to me? That's like a teaspoon of agar, okay? And this is just tapioca flour. Now, the only thing that you really can't get at, say, Job Lots, which is where I go for all of my Bob's stuff because it's like really cheap there, is the agar health food store, or you can order it for really cheap on Amazon. Maybe a teaspoon of, can you tell we use an awful lot of nutritional yeast? Teaspoon of nutritional yeast, that is a teaspoon, I promise you. I can measure by sight like nobody else, and that is a teaspoon of salt. If you have a Vitamix, you don't have to make yourself crazy about soaking your cashews. A Vitamix is going to grind it all up and make it exactly right anyway. We do this. Now, here, baby, point that down at this Parmesan. Notice that this is just ready to serve. It's got to be super hot because we're going to make cheese, vegan cheese. We're going to pour it on top, and then we're going to stick it back in the oven for 10 minutes. You're going to be so excited. I know every time I do this, I'm so excited. And let's turn this on, and it's Vitamix. It just won't take that long. I was working with an inferior blender for a little while, and I got my Vitamix back, so let it go until it's Is it? That was it. Did you see how quick that was? Okay, I had a Ninja. It would take, I don't know, it could take 5 minutes of, hey, hold on, let me come around past the dog crate. And this is brutally hot, so I have to be careful. And then, la 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 la. Oh, there we go. Hold on a second. I need, got it. I'm going to dump this on, spread it out a little bit. And you don't have to worry about, with vegan cheese, it's funny to cut it up, and it doesn't always just, shredded stuff doesn't generally melt as nice, and it's, you know what, and it's all tapioca. And other odd ingredients that nobody really needs. So this goes back in the oven and maybe 10 minutes. I'll be right back. Oh, we're back. All right, it's just about ready. It's been maybe 12, 13 minutes in a 450 degree oven. If you look over here, it becomes quickly apparent that I have one of those vintage 1960 kitchens that don't have enough cabinet space or drawer space to contain all of my bakeware. So it's in the oven until I need to use the oven, and then it's out of the oven, and then when it cools down, it's going to go back in again. So in about 5 seconds, I'm going to take out the Parmesan. You're going to take a peek, and it's going to be delicious. Last week I made a mozzarella. Oh, wait, by the way, this is a vintage 1969 salad that will be served at the picnic table. My mom used to make this salad, and it is being served in a vintage 1970 Tupperware fix and mix bowl. We go way back in this kitchen. Whoops, and hang on a little more. All right. I have no idea where my pot holders went. I'm blaming my daughter Bo. I think they're probably at her house. Always really seriously cook the Parmesan. You want it to be thick. You want it to bubble up through that cheese. Turn that off. All right, let me just give that a, here, I'll show you. So last week I made a manigat, and this guy, big tough big guy who looks a little bit down upon vegans, came and shoveled down 2 or 3 platefuls of manigat. Did not know that it was stuffed with a tofu-based mixture, and did not know that the cheesy stuff that he was scraping off the top of the rest of it was actually this fake vegan cheese that I made in my, where is that? There's my Vitamix. Hang on, let me get a dish. I'll be right back, hold on. There we go. So you just get a little bit brown and everybody's happy. Always. All right. Have you ever gotten eggplant Parmesan with a couple of slabs of fried eggplant on a plate with a bunch of runny sauce on it and a shaker cheese? It's insulting to the eggplant. Don't let this happen to you. This is so simple. If you you saw the ingredients. This is basic things that you have on hand if you're a vegan anyway. But really, nobody's gonna know the difference. Plus, it spreads. Point it down here, baby. It spreads. It goes on nice and easy. I can show you how to turn that cheese into an actual round of cheese, and I will get around to that one time. But for today, our magic trick is how to just throw a bunch of things in a blender, and if you have, it's much faster with a Vitamix, and immediately turn it into a Parmesan topping for, really, doesn't have to be a vegan thing, but why not? It's better for you, it's better for the animals, and it is better for the planet. And we're gonna go and have dinner with our grandchildren now at the picnic place. And thank you for cooking with us. Oh, and you know what, maybe one day, for those of you who don't remember how your mom made that vintage salad with we'll do that one day as well. All right, we're out of here. Thank you.